My cat keeps attacking me. It's playful and adorable. I look forward to our little game every time I go into my room. Only one attacks from under the bed and then runs back. I like to think of it as a game of tag, except I don't get the chance to tag her back. I have 3 cats, one very large tuxedo, a smaller tuxedo, and a tortoiseshell calico. The tortoiseshell who plays tag with me daily is way smaller, so she moves faster. She's the definition of speed in my eyes. Lately all cats have been huddled under the bed for a few days, waiting for me to come, and I know this because there is a huge lump under my bed where they cut a hole and sleep in while I'm away, but then only one attacks, which is fine. This morning I got the biggest scratch I've ever gotten from my cat. It was deep and wouldn't stop bleeding. I cleaned it up and went on with my day. I keep thinking of how bad my scratch hurts. It itches and burns. It's super irritated at this point. I undress it and look at the damage. It's oozing yellow pus and stinks so bad. I decided to go to the doctor. I haven't had this happen before, so I wanted to make sure it didn't get infected or have cat fever. I explained to the doctor what happened, how I play tag with my cat and she accidentally cut me deep. The doctor agreed it's cat fever and gives me antibiotics and tells me no more tag. I'm sad since it was the only thing I looked forward to coming home, but it was for the best since it truly did hurt. Once I got home, I went on a mission to find all cats and keep them out of my room since the doctor said no more tag. The only way for that was to keep them out and away from their attack place. That also meant they couldn't sleep in their hole anymore. I decided to trim the cat's nails instead of kicking them out. I couldn't do that to them. They looked so peaceful in their hole. After I trimmed their nails, I wanted to see exactly what they were doing underneath my bed, so I set up a camera. I let it run for 24 hours. It was motion activated, so it only clicked on whenever they moved. Once the camera was set up, it was time for bed. I curled up in my blankets, waiting for a cat to jump up and snuggle with me. As I'm about to fall asleep, I hear rustling and call for a cat to come up and lay on my pillow. Nothing comes, so I ignore it. I hear it again, so I call out to my cats and tell them to shut up. At this point, I'm very annoyed. I don't care if the cats come and cuddle, I just want them to shut up, and eventually they do. I doze off and now it's morning. I'm a little excited to see what I captured on the camera since the cats were noisy last night. I grab the camera and go to the living room. What I saw was so disturbing. It was cute in the beginning, cats laying under my bed, licking each other, but then the hole where they laid started moving, causing the cats to run out of my room. The thing that made my cats run comes out and it's terrifying. It has no eyes, just teeth. Long arms, but the hands look like cat paws. It's pale, slim, looks like a human, but it isn't. As I turn off the camera, I start to get angry. I'm ready to confront this thing and tell it to leave us alone, but I quickly realized that thing is what attacked me and not my cat. If it can do that kind of damage, how am I to say it won't kill me the second I reveal I know it's there? I sit down for a minute, trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do. I get the idea to use other people as a sacrifice, so it leaves me and my cats alone. I call some acquaintances and tell them to come over for a cup of coffee and to help rearrange my room since I was getting bored of it. They say sure and that they will be over in an hour or so. After I hung up, I felt guilt. I just lured to people to their death to save my own. Once my acquaintances arrive, I tell them that we should work in my bedroom first. It was the longest part to do, so we should get that out of the way. They agree and ask where my bedroom was. I tell them it's down the hall to the left and that the cats might be under my bed, so we should move them first. I follow behind them, hoping this plan works so the creature stays at bay. We get to my bedroom and they get on the floor near my bed. They see the big lump and start making jokes on how fat my cats are and how I need to get them on a diet. I agree, laugh a little, and now I wait for them to poke the lump. I stay by the door waiting, hoping I can make it out in time before the creature thinks I'm also a part of his next meal. They start poking and trying to move the lump, so I start to back away slowly. I start to hear a low hum, and now I know it's time to close the door. I shut the door as fast as I can, holding onto the doorknob so they can't escape. I hear crying and screaming, but I know if I open the door I am next. A few minutes go by. I haven't heard any cries or screaming anymore, so I decide to go in and see if they had died yet. As I turn the doorknob, my stomach is a mess. The creature is turned around, going into its hole. No sign of my acquaintances, no blood, nothing. Is this my life now? To feed this thing people in order to save my life. Thanksworth_calendar 1274.
Again, thank you so much for letting me use your video, and the link to it will be down in the description if you want to go read it for yourselves. And that's about all I have for the rest of this video. Please just enjoy the last few minutes and peace and quiet. Also, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much.